Hello, guys. Hey, everyone. Uh, Good day to you wherever you are, all over the world. Maybe you are in Nigeria, you are in Rwanda, you are in Kenya, you are in Uganda. And congratulations to the ghetto kids of Uganda. I'm one person that I love talent a lot, and I love people that can make use of their talent. If you have read the talent sharing that our Lord Jesus Christ attributed to when he was talking about parables of giving 10 talents to someone and giving 5 talents to another person, and 1 talent was given to another person. And the person with the 10 talents came out and he went all out. He was so energetic, he was so passionate, he was so enthusiastic about doubling this talent, and he doesn't want to just be idle. He doesn't want to return back his talent or waste away this talent. He doesn't want to go to the grave full of talent. He wants to go back to the grave empty, or he wants to go back to his maker empty. And you will discover that the man with the 10 talents double his own 10 talents, and he returns 20 ROI, that is return on talents, or return ROT now, return on talent, or you call it ROI, return on investment. And the 5 talent guy also double his own talent. I don't know why they are not tripling it. Maybe if it is today, I could have said you can triple your talent. You can even multiply your talent in a way that you can get over 10,000 or a million percent ROI if you are very smart, or if you are very strategic, and if you position yourself in a way that it's going to make you very attractive to people, and it's going to make people to want to patronize you if you offer a value in the marketplace. We can't exhaust, or we can't overemphasize, or we cannot even underemphasize all these conversations because there are so many things that are embedded in conversations like this. And funny enough, the guy with the 1 talent, out of envy, out of jealousy, out of ignorance, out of I can't even imagine it. He out of competition, instead of him even looking for that guy with the 10 talents or the 5 talents and learn how to collaborate with him or her, but he just decides to go and bury the 1 talent, and he decides to be idle. He decides to not do anything with it. And like some of these authors will say that when you are being given a gift, or you are being given a seed to plant, you must push in a very hard way. Like Akin Labi will always say, shameless marketing. You must push in a very hard way to ensure that that gift or that seed can become very useful in your hand, or become multiplied in a way that it will give you abundant fruit. And he went to bury this talent and nothing happened to it. Maybe he thought that if at the end of the day, if you return back that 1 talent to the owner will compensate him, will appreciate him. Or he thought maybe the guy with the 10 talents or the lady with the 5 talents will not do anything about it too, or will just waste away because they have more, so they will waste those talents because of having excess or more of those talents. And so he will be the only one just saying, okay, master, I cannot multiply this because these guys that you gave 5, 10 in your own maybe foolishness, they have wasted it. So I am very, very I'm a saver. We are in a world where people bragadash, with this attitude of I can save, and after 35 years of working, and they have saved a lot, and they will manage to build a house, they will manage to retire with little. So maybe he thought that I'm a saver, and I will return this 1 talent, and I will be compensated, I will be commended, and I will be poured a lot of euphoria and all those stuffs like that. So, but he was shocked to the bone marrow. He was shocked to the bone marrow, and that is the what is it called now? The brainer of of the story. He was shocked to the brain marrow, to the bone marrow. He never expected that the master is going to condemn him. And does the master has a choice here? Because the 10 talent guy came with 20. The 5 talents lady came with 10. But this guy, thinking that no other person is doing anything like him, is so less productive, is the activity guy, is the less proactive guy, is not pragmatic about life, is not excited about challenges, about problems, is always very encouraged with problems, with stuffs. He thinks that is the only person facing problems in life. She thinks that is the only person that destiny or nature is punishing. I don't want to be a pastor here, but you've met people like that in your life, or maybe you are someone like that. You are just complaining, nagging, telling everybody in this part of the world why things are not working for you, why things are not making sense, why Nigeria economy is the worst in the world, why Nigeria is the most corrupt country in the world, why Nigeria is not investable, why you cannot invest in Nigeria, and we are here in the same country, and people are making it real way, legitimately, in a very soft way, and you just feel that everything is wrong with Africa. I have traveled quite a number of countries in Africa, and I have never seen anything wrong with the continent, honestly. I have been a very poor boy growing up, an average student. I'm not the A guy when I was in school, even to this level of my PhD. I've never been I just felt that what is life if you cannot put a lot of effort, if you cannot put a lot of brain that God has given to you? And maybe I'm just like somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo. I used to love him then in those years when he was in Man U, and he knew that he never had this natural talent. He was not a naturally gifted person, but he has to accept that first, and that is a sense of responsibility coming to a pattern in your life, that you have to first accept who you are. You have to first start taking responsibility. First thing first. You have to know your weakness, your strength, and you have to discover the opportunities and the threats in your environment. That is what you call SWOT analysis. For those of you that understand what they call SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. I've talked quite a number of times about this analysis. Very powerful, that you can use it in your individualism or in your individualistic approach, to solve quite a lot of problems or challenges that you are facing. Cristiano Ronaldo played football in a way that he knew, I am not that talented like somebody like Messi. I'm not that talented like somebody like Ronaldinho. But I cannot just be, an onlooker. I cannot just be a game watcher. I cannot just be follow, type of person. I need to learn something different from people that are doing something different. I need to be mentored. Some people are just too egoistic. They are too proud. They think they have little, whereas they can translate those little into much and become very excessive. But because of arrogancy, because of ignorance, because of no, it doesn't work that way, because of some archaic principles, policies. I've seen people like that in the past. I don't have people like that in my life any longer. I bullshit people like that. I don't allow you to rub your madness, your nonsense on me for no reason. I want to relate, even if I don't have anybody relating with. Is better than relating with people that are not forward looking, that they are always looking into the past. They're always giving you every excuses, the reasons why you are going to fail. Even if you fail, it's far better than not doing anything. Even if you fail, it's far better than not being pragmatic. Look at those ghetto kids. You can go and watch them. It will inspire you. It doesn't matter your age. It will inspire you. This guy started from a local village, a palace in Uganda. And, they put every effort into it. They knew that nobody will give them any recognition, any attention in life if they do not put themselves together. And look at them, and the Britain Got Talent.
they were so inspiring to the extent that they got to the final and they won the final competition among many whites. So for you guys that are thinking, maybe for probably this is just a charge to you in today Nigeria, in today Africa. For you guys that you are thinking that your color is black, forget about Barack Obama. We have seen his presidency in America, how a black man fulfilled the dream of Luther Martin King, and I want when he said I had a dream, and Barack Obama came and he became a president, the first black American president in the world, and a Kenyan poor guy became a president. Forget about him. Let's talk about these Uganda kids that are reigning now, that are trending on social media. They went on Britain's Got Talent, where white superiority. Like quite a number of you we always say, the whites are superior than the blacks. Where white fictioned, where they were not being even given chance, they applied, they were not called upon. Nobody will call on you. So after you have discovered yourself, after you have taken responsibility to know where you are, to know where your weakness, what your weaknesses are, and what your strengths are, and you want to now start tapping into your strengths, realize this: nobody is going to call on you. You are going to apply for it. There might be one out of, in English language or mathematics in those days, our teachers or lecturers always tell us that in everything in life there are exceptions. I don't want to wait for those doors to be opened. And I will like want to wait forever, because I don't know, maybe anybody is going to open the door. I want to go to the door and give it a banger, and knock it out till somebody inside the room open that door for me. You get that is the point. You just have to do something extraordinary, something inspiring, not necessarily having a very best of talent. These young guys, these boys in their 6 years, in their 10 years, in their 15 years, were just dancing, were just dancing and doing stuff like that. Nothing extraordinary, but it is very, very peculiar. It is spectacular, because many kids, many people, many parents would have allowed their kids to also showcase, express, explode their ideas, their talents, their dreams, their goals. But all in the name of, I want my child to be a master degree holder. I want him to be a PhD holder. As if all the people that are PhD holder have been able to create the next electric vehicle, have been able to provide solution to the fuel subsidy that have been a pandemic over the years, or endemic to Nigeria economy in the last 20 years or 2 decades now. You will now shock them in a way that they can't not even use their God-given brain to think themselves. It is unfair. It is unfair to these kids. It is unfair to these talents. Allow them to express themselves. Allow them to do what they know how to do best. There are people making millions today, just doing skits, comedy, talking. Look at Oprah Winfrey, the lady. She was abused when she was very young, and she turned her story, her ugly narrative, into something special. The ugly narrative today, she became the richest. At a point, she became the richest woman in the world, just telling a story, just writing books, just telling people little encouragement. Look at this Nigerian lady, the chic branded branded chic lady whatsoever. She will just go on social media, do quite a number of programs, events, and whatsoever, and these ladies are cashing out. Why can't you take that opportunity? Why can't you take it and forget for once about the challenges before you came, before God created you, before you were given birth to by your parents? There have been challenges, even in America, even in UK, even in China, even in Russia, even in Ukraine, even in Dubai, even in South Africa. I understand. Sometimes I kept quiet over the last period of years, and I'm not talking about much about these things again, because I'm being criticized because of people who say that, don't you see, there's no electricity, there's no road, there is no water, there is no this, there is no that. God created you on this earth to be the problem solver. And you are not creating the solution, and you are still complaining. It's not even about who become the president or about the politicians or the government. It's about you. I'm just saying that don't live a miserable life. Don't have ulcer. Don't compound your problems. You can't solve any problem in the country, in the continent, and you cannot still be positive. It's not about anything. It's about you. If many millions of Nigeria bashed somebody like President Buhari. Today, he has left. It's about you today. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is there. You don't know who will be there tomorrow. If you feel you can do it better, start building your network. Start building a community of people. It's not about money alone. It's about navigating. If you don't know how to connect these dots, you don't know how to navigate. There is no way, even if you are giving $1 billion today, you will waste it. You will misinvest. There will be a lot of missteps, mispriorities that you will take. It's not about just money. It's about value. How are you improving yourself? How are you growing your talent? How are you growing yourself? So this is a mandate for everyone to actualize a new Nigeria, a new Africa. Those of us see new Nigeria or new Africa, I do not say you should not criticize me. It doesn't matter. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not. I'm just this positive guy. I'm just this forward-looking person, and it has worked for me like magic. It has worked for me like magic. Growing up, I just decided I would not want to join family members, friends, complaining about everything. Because if I've been complaining there since I've been born, I don't think there's anything spectacular. The roads are still bad. And at least with my age now, the lights is still not 24 hours. But funny enough, the game changers, the change agents. When I was doing my master degree, one of the courses that I love was when they were teaching us social change agents. How you can manipulate negativism and turn it into positivism. Manipulate. How you can translate that ugly narrative into becoming something cherishable that people will cherish, will admire, and they want to pay you for. And that was when I started my first technology business or company, as you call it. You might want to call it agromerchant.com. Although of course I have floated quite a number of websites before then. Startandgrowrich.com. I coined it from thinkandgrowrich.com. So because I don't like reinventing the wheel, I will just look at what people that have been ahead of me have been doing, they have done. I don't fool myself around passion. I'm passionate about it. The way quite a number of people are suffering with passion today. You don't have money, you are doing NGO. And you don't have the skill sets. You are doing non-governmental or non-profiting whatsoever. Why can't you just start a business first that is making €1, €2, $1, $2 for you, and you can now set up your NGO later in life, start your dream, or maybe build your passion today. Elon Musk, what's his name? Amazon guy. There's us, Richard Branson. They want to go to space. Why? Because they are billionaires. They are multi-billionaires in dollar. But you are not yet a billionaire. You are saying your vision is that you want to be a space traveler. You have not even the grant that God has given to you to till, to cultivate. You have never planted a maize, a seed of maize. Just throw it inside that thing. And you have been so lazy, unproductive, and you just want things to work out like that naturally. Maybe it works out for some people, but with what I've seen in life, it doesn't work out for everybody. Over 7.7 billion people on Earth, just less than 1% are billionaire. 0.001% are billionaire. So you got to know what you are doing. You got to understand how these parameters work, and you have to work around it. I'm inspired this morning I'm inspired this morning because I've been thinking a lot about a lot of sufferings that an average Nigeria is going through, and many Nigerians, honestly, I sympathize, I empathize, but instead of sympathizing, I'm going to empathize. And empathy is, I'm not going to mourn about the problem, I'm not going to complain about the problem, I'm not going to sit down forever, because I know that an average Nigeria is a workaholic person, is a very hardworking person. And so, but don't complain with working hard. That is the problem of mindset. That is the areas that many of you are missing, is when you say motivational speakers are not doing anything. They will tell you that change your mindset. It works. When you are hardworking, you've gone out 5 a.m. and you come back home 10 p.m. You went to go and sell tomato in the open market. Very noble business. Very noble business. Shout out shares, to our mothers, our youths, young people, toiling hard in the farm. I have been there. In the middle of the night, I'll be planting. I used to plant maize, cassava, rear fish. I will be inside water. Maybe one of these days I will show. Maybe when I become more popular than this in the social space, I will show my pictures. In the middle of the night, I will be inside pond, feeding my fish. I become friends with them. I relate with them. Shares to those young people, to our parents that are working so hard. Or you don't work those hard things, or do those hard things, and you come back 10 p.m. only for you to come and be nagging, be complaining, be showing a lot of elements of negativism again. It doesn't work. It's just like two parallel lines cannot meet. You are a workaholic and you are a complainer, and you see that things are not working for you. Why? Because you are working hard, you are eating like a mouse, you are working like an elephant, and you discover that things are not connecting. It's purely your mindset. If there is one person that can tell you this, it's me, Bankole Olaliko, popularly known as Speaker Bankole. It's me. I have been there. I was battered. If I say battered, poverty, battered. There were times I don't even know how. The light has just went off here, so I'm going to continue. The light came back. Thank God that we're in a country whereby light goes off, light comes back immediately. Thank you, Emmanuel. So I'm going to continue this. When NEPA, maybe in Nigeria for an instance, NEPA takes light, I don't complain about it. I go to fuel station during the fuel scarcities in Nigeria. I go to fuel stations, I queue, or I find my way around it to get a fuel. I don't complain about it. And I just discovered that I have peace. I just discovered that I look younger. My mind is at rest. Because if I complain about it, it doesn't change the situation. If I protest, maybe if many thousands of Nigeria, I cherish a group of people, but we are 213 million, like statistics told us. Let's say assume 13 million people protest. We are talking. Government will listen. But if it's only me going to carry placards, I was once a student union leader. I was a speaker of student union when I was in the university. I led over 22,000 students. So I know what I'm talking about. So I used to be an activist. But I just changed my life from being an activist into being a prosperous person. Somebody that wants to energize people, inspire people to take action, to become better. So I started doing instead of complaining. I started looking for ways to improve my heart, ACT. And I started looking for a way to hone my heart, ALT. When you combine those two together with your level of talent, enthusiasm and energy, you will think that you are in America, you are in UK. By God's grace, I have been opportune to travel countries, to some of these countries. And I tell you one thing, opportunity lies everywhere. everywhere. It depends on how you can tap into it. If you fail to tap into it, too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Oh, I don't have money. Gone are those days. I could remember watching President Tinubu campaigning and quite a number of the presidential candidates like Peter Obi and maybe Article 2 said something like that. They talked about digital economy. They talked about translating Nigeria from consuming nation into a production nation. You understand? So you can leverage on digital economy. And it will make a lot of sense. So I'm going to break this video. So it's going to be in series. It's for your benefit. Watch all these series of videos. It's for your benefit. I'm going to do another video now, and it's in series, so I want to be breaking it so that it will not be a too long video. I don't know how many minutes I've spent here. I'm just very, very energetic. I wish I can be doing this quite a number of times. And you know, yesterday night I was interviewed, I think in a podcast by someone. I don't used to accept those invitations, but this young guy came out to me and said he has been following me. Now, I don't know many people that follow me, you know. I don't even comment on social media. I don't comment. I don't like. So if you are watching me, you might not even like me, but listen, I have tasted poverty a lot, and I've been able to translate my life by God's grace. You know, when God gives you a vision, you must be hungry with it. You know, I've applied for grants, I've received many no's, and I've gotten some yes. And I just decided I'm not going to wait for any family member. I'm not going to wait for any friends. I'm just going to do the unconventional, the unusual. You know, today we are building companies that are investing in agriculture, in real estate, in logistics, exportation. You know, I started just earning 1,000 naira. When I finished from the university, when my colleagues were looking for high income jobs, I was taking 10,000 naira per month. I've not had this from me before. Just few of my network. You know, after a while, I went to the hinterlands, to rural areas. I was being and like supervising, be an apprentice, studying, learning charcoal business, sesame, cashew, commodities, inside in the bush. Where I will be on bike. They will be carrying me on bike for like 4 hours. No houses. So scary. So scary, right? But I just told myself, if it's not scary, shall I die in poverty? If riches is vanity, poverty too is vanity. Because nobody's going to be in this world forever. So why should I be poor? Like one of my mentors, we always said that poverty is a sin. So when God has given me the eye, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the hand, and the leg, even when I'm sick, I work so hard. When I have headache, I tell the headache is either you leave or I leave. So either of the two, and I have to put some more work. And eventually the headache will just go. I will not even know the time it goes. So don't be frivolous. Don't be too timid. Don't be too timid. No, I've mentioned so many things in this video. The wise will pick them. So I don't know how to really itemize things like that. But this is just charging video. So in my next video, I will itemize things. So the next series you are going to watch, I'm going to itemize a lot of things. But I want to use this to encourage every African out there, every Nigerian out there. You know, I've been a Pan-African. My mentors that have invested a lot in me, money, resources, like Tony Lumelus from Masiura, billionaires, you know, they always talk about Pan-Africanism, you know. So I caught their dream, I caught the vision too. I followed them back bumper to bumper, you know. I've said a lot of my stories too, just freestyling in this video, you know, and it works. It works. Sometimes I travel out of the country, all expenses paid, because I don't want to just sit down complaining. So Please don't be timid. Don't rub your problems on the head. It's not easy. It's not so easy for the rich. If you think it's easy, ask somebody like Dangote. They asked him during the day, the same day was they were launching, inaugurating the refinery at Ibejuleki. The reporter asked him, if you have to do this again, sir, will you do it again? Will you build another refinery? He said not in his lifetime. As the richest man in Africa. So they also face challenges, problems. And if they are comfortable, they wouldn't have started again the refinery. They work on debt. So I used to have friends in those days. I don't like debts. I don't want to be a debtor. Even their girlfriends or their mom will dream that I don't take debt. Don't take debt. I don't want to allow. I don't want whatsoever. I don't want to allow. Can't succeed. At least have some change in your hand, your bank account to school. That is what you want. I don't always impose on people that do what these successful people are saying. If you are an employee, being an entrepreneur, just be enterprising, be creative. It's not necessary you have to start a business. It's not necessary you have to be an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur like me. It's not necessary. Whatsoever you are, if you are a bike rider, be creative. Turn that biking into a platform so that you can have 2 or 3. Learn how to upscale whatsoever thing you are doing. And one of the upscaling for employees is promotion, is awards. So don't be in a place with, even if you're an introvert, don't be in a place. I used to be an introvert. I used to lose, those years when I was growing up. If you are discussing anything, I don't show interest. I just grow myself into what I'm doing today. Because I don't have anybody to help me. It's only God. And thank God for God. Don't be shy. Speak when you see your helpers. Maybe another day I will talk about how to identify helpers. They are on your Facebook, they are on your Twitter. I saw Strive Masiwa on Facebook. He has over 4 million followers. 4 million then followers. And I told people, I said in the next 4 months I'm going to meet this person physically. And I started following him bumper to bumper. I was not commenting on his page. I was not doing anything big deal. But there was a day he brought out a competition. He said Africans should apply. Wow. 1.4 billion people here in Africa. Like, how will I be single out? How will I be relevant? I used to tell my stories. I discovered that people just look like me. I said, maybe in their mind, is it special? If it's not special, why can't you have stories like that? So I want to brag a bit about it. 1.4 billion. And somebody said, just want to pick maybe 1 or 2, 3. You want to give them $100,000. And I said, this is the opportunity to meet this man. Not even just about the money, but to meet him. And I applied. I could remember 11:38 p.m. I was in the front of the gate of a university. And I was trying to tell other people, come and join me and apply for this thing. Because if you apply, if I did not even win it, you can win. I love this collaborative. It has been part of me. Not maybe because of my leadership skills. I did a lot of, I volunteer a lot when I was on campus, during my undergraduate days, those years. I still do, but only that I will not volunteer some nonsense. If you call me to something that is even just like tick. Even if you're not paying me, I will do it. I don't think about money. I've not ever thought about it in a way that I have to be desperate to make it. I volunteer and I just give value. I just give value. Just give value. Be lost in value and don't complain about it. Change your mindset. Be lost in it. So, and luckily, I think over 40-something thousand or 50-something thousand, can you imagine? Out of 75% of 1.4 billion that are less than 35 years of age in Africa, just maybe 50-something thousand people applied. Those are the people that, even if they don't win, they took their destiny into their own hand. They don't care to use 200 megabyte data to just apply. Even if they did not pick me, Like some of you have been applying for Tony Lumelu grants, $5,000. They have not picked you. Keep applying. Don't stop until the man himself stopped. The man said he was going to do it for 10 years. Now he has extended it again because he started with it as a startup. And do you see what is happening to his life too now? Every president of country, every UNESCO, every WHO, every World Bank, every UNDP is partnering with him. When he was starting then, he was just using his own meager resources, giving $5,000 to 1,000 Africans, young Africans. Today, he's giving $5,000 now to almost 10,000 young Africans every year, even more than. So it's not a matter of I'm a female are winning more. Just this one that just ended, 48% are female, 52% are male. Females are cashing up. So you don't have any excuse. And lo and behold, I applied and I was picked. And from that, I think I traveled to like African countries with high passing you. Opportunity, you said, I tap into it, I key into it. So, great guys. My name is Bankole Olaleko. I'm the Chief Executive Officer. If you have watched this video to the end, you're so lucky. Quite a number of people will have skipped it. It doesn't matter. If you have watched it to the end, you're so lucky. Don't be too churchy. Don't be too religion alone. Don't be the prayer person. Love praying, but don't be the prayer person alone. And because today is Sunday, if you pray without taking action, if you have faith without taking action, it might not work. It might not work. Action enforces faith to work. So go out there, do greater exploits. If you don't have any skill, be like Chef Idabasi that can cook. Because to some people now, cooking is not a skill to them. If you are a good cook, my company once invested in a chef of reasons because I just met him accidentally and I discovered that his food is so tasty. It's a guy from Akwa Ibom. Shout out to Akwa Ibom people, our Calabar people. I have eaten some soup in recent times that I've not eaten before, like atama, quite a lot. I have written that, because I love exploring. It's not about having money. It's about doing what you like to do, because the 300 megabyte that you will not use to apply for Tony Lumelu because you feel that you will not win, you have used it to watch Kiki, Chichi, Macaroni, and African Magic. So on Netflix, doesn't change anything. Maybe you see the cup half filled or half empty. Both of you are right. Both are right. It's just about your view about life. So go out and make things happen. And if you cannot be as popular as Idabazi, be Chef Dami. Shout out to Chef Dami. That's Ekiti lady from Oye in Ekiti. Cooking now, want to go for cookathon, 120 hours. And a guy from Ogbomoso, I was reading this morning too, said in November he's going to do 140 hours. I feel like doing it too. I at least sleep too. I feel like I can go 5 days cooking. Maybe one day I will do that. Maybe not now. But what is very, very important is do something. And when you are doing something, don't do it alone. Look for people to collaborate with. And when you are collaborating, don't rely on your knowledge alone. Get a mentor that can hasten your success. Some of those things that I do not love much was that I didn't get mentors early. I didn't know. Nobody told me. It's not my fault. If I had been told when I was 15 years, I would have, instead of chasing one integrated science teacher, physics teacher, they did not connect my assignment and they gave me F. You will discover that in the next 15 years, maybe you have A or you have F. It won't matter again. It is the value you are giving to the world, to the global market, to your community. Nobody will talk about your first class any longer, 15 years after, or your failed any longer. I think you have kept quiet now about Tinubu did not attend primary school. He did not attend secondary school. Peter Obi is a trader. Atiku is a Dubai guy. I think we've all kept quiet now. Even one of the men that has the largest private university in Nigeria did not go to law school and is one of the most successful lawyers. Did not go to primary school, did not go to secondary school, did not go to any four walls of the university. Today, he's a billionaire, a university owner, a son, a lawyer. At 80-something or 90-something, he still goes to office every day. Let's see if he decides not to. So this is not motivating. If you see it as a motivating, now you sabi. I'm a businessman. I'm a business owner. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I don't motivate people. Give it out. That's just it. I'm not this type of person that I've said I've read a lot of books and fire to pass fire. What do they always say? No, don't care about those things. When you hit it hard, you get the right mentor to hold you by the hand. Even if it is just by reading books, you can, even don't have a physical mentor, you can get a mentor virtually, whatsoever. And please don't come to my DM that's asking for me to mentor you. I don't mentor. But if I see that you have a stuff in you, I can build you up to become whatsoever thing you want to become enough. I can help you to harness those talents that I started this conversation with. And God has given to you your skill, your value, your gifts, whatsoever. Even if you are into farming, if you can cook, if you can draw. Just of recent, I've been showing interest in upcoming artists, comedians, musicians. I love them. I love them. I love them. Because I can see even YouTubers and make like Vandamaya, the Ghanaian guy, earning like $60,000 to $70,000 every month. Because YouTubing, do something. Slide to my next video, watch it, like this video, share to someone that is discouraged. Maybe it can inspire a lady or a guy or an old person or a young person. Like the video, and at the same time, follow me. I'm going to be doing this, I don't know, maybe regularly. I love doing this, but sometimes I'm not always in the mood. I will try, because I feel too that I have a lot to share. I don't want to bury my talent, They don't call me speaker, but call it from nothing. I'm very vocal, very audacious, ruthless. By God's grace, I have oratory prowess. It comes to oratory prowess. So I've done this without checking any book or looking at anything. So like the video for it. At least I've tried it. Even if I'm not giving you hope, I've tried it. So get down to the next video and let's talk some serious business, technical issues, and let's talk how you can, some coping strategies. They have removed voice subsidy. Let's talk about some of those things, and let me help you on how you can become better financially going forward. Thank you very much. Before I go, I'm the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Extramile Africa, co-founder of Extramile Africa. I own quite a number of businesses, co-founded with people. I don't do quite a number of things alone. I do most things with people. So check out Extramile Africa if you want to take access now, pay later. You don't have money to buy your machines, your equipment, maybe light equipment or your vehicles. You can do a 30% down payment, even your solar power now. You can do it and giving that. Get that equipment from the vendor, buy it from us, and agriculture, fantastically well commodity, trading in agriculture, farming, any stuff of things around agriculture, exports, finance. Extramile Africa is a fintech, a financial technology company. You want us to finance you, invest in you, businesses, check out on us. If you want to also invest in our real estate, if you want to buy lands, we have Extramile homes and properties. Very affordable. At Ibejuleki, Epe, invest today so that you can always fly tomorrow. You don't complain with millions of other people. So it's time to use your little resources. Even if it's 100,000 or 50,000, reach out. We'll always find a way around it. talents.